The Wheel of Time Season 3's 7th episode takes place entirely in Two Rivers. As the show comes to a close, it is only fitting that there be a war. Ultimately, it is a fantasy series, which is why Episode 7 features a battle. We witness Perrin's transformation from a mere Two Rivers guy to the golden-eyed leader of Two Rivers in this episode. Some old friends, both good and bad, come to find Perrin in this episode. This type of episode, in my opinion as a non-reader who doesn't fully comprehend what's happening, is much more cohesive than attempting to include a small glimpse of each character. However, that also means we won't know what's happening with the other characters for weeks, so that's not a solution either. Who fights with Perrin against the Trollocs? The Wheel of Time Season 3 Episode 7 opens with the residents of Two Rivers getting ready for battle per Perrin's orders. They will soon have guests, and they are the Tuatha rather than the Trollocs. Although Perrin is happy to see his friends, he is saddened to learn of their passing. Aram appears to want to save his grandfather, even if it means turning violent, but Perrin and Aram are thrilled to see each other. However, Loial observes as the two Ale women accompanying him make oblique references to Aram. However, the Ale would never tarnish themselves by having sex with the Tuthin, as you can imagine. However, Loial gets an idea from this exchange. Loial plans to send the Ale women back because he doesn't want them to fight a battle that isn't theirs, and they are in Two Rivers because they owe him their tow. The two women are invited to play a game of Maiden's Kiss with Loial. The two women almost put their blades through Loial's throat before he lets them kiss him. Pretending that they didn't ask for permission to play the game, they decide to stop because they don't want to kill the man. They come up with a new plan though, since Loial put his life in danger to save them both. Since only one of the two women owed Loial money in the past, he is certain that they will stay together because now the other one owes him money as well. In order to use the Cawthon sisters' power to bolster her own, Alanna simultaneously teaches them how to channel enough. She meets the new wisdom as well, and they invite her to join them. To help them feel safe and protected, Fael informs a few villagers that the Trollocs are terrified of wolves. When Dane Bornhald pays them a visit a short while later, Perrin requests that he bring the White Cloak so they can defeat the Trollocs. Additionally, he makes it clear that he is not a dark friend, but Dane doesn't seem to be persuaded. In addition, the man did murder his father. He is reminded by Perrin of what he did to Natty, the defenseless woman who was arbitrarily burned at the stake. He informs Dane that they should stop right away because they have both wronged one another and that failing to fight for Two Rivers would be against everything the White Cloaks stand for. At last, he strikes a deal with Dane, promising to accompany him after the fight is over. However, for the final time before the fight, Alanna and Maxim are able to have some intimacy. They're pretty sure there won't be any turning back from this one. Finally, without Ivan, Alanna and Maxim can gaze at one another. Additionally, they agree to maintain their bond at least until the end of the conflict. Perrin tries to dissuade Fael from continuing the fight, but she uses the death of his ex-wife as evidence that she is not in need of saving. How does Perrin fare? With a few people who can assist him in this fight, Perrin devises a strategy to keep the Trollocs at bay. According to Loial, closing the Waygate will prevent any backup from arriving to assist the Trollocs, which is the only way to genuinely keep Two Rivers safe. In addition, Loial refers to Perrin as the Golden-Eyed Lord, and assures him that his name will be remembered. As soon as Perrin gets everyone to join him in singing Two Rivers, the battle starts. Perrin gives Maxim instructions to get Alanna to do her thing because they are unable to maintain their shield for very long. Alanna, the Cawthon sisters and the Wisdom who at last joined her, mustered the strength to cause the enemy to be sliced by diamond-sharp hailstones. Perrin knows something is amiss, but before he can take action, an arrow strikes a joyful Alanna as she approaches him. Perrin instructs the Cawthon sisters to take her somewhere safe because they are unsure of what to do. The people begin to falter as Maxim feels the arrow passing through him, but he reminds them that those who are not stupid enough to recognize when they are losing are the ones who win battles, not the soldiers. He makes things right and everyone returns to the battle with no fear at all. However, Loial enters the Waygate and begs the Ale women to protect him. When Dane finally appears with his White Cloaks, Perrin finds it strange that they managed to get there without being attacked by the Trollocs. He discovers that something is amiss a little too late, and Peyton Fane is in Two Rivers before he knows it. Fane's people attack Two Rivers as well because Perrin is unable to close the gates quickly enough. While Aram kills a Trolloc to protect the infant in his arms, Loial dies after sealing the Waygate and rescuing Two Rivers. Do you recall Eamon Valda? Although they couldn't power themselves up to save Alanna earlier, the Cawthon sisters demonstrate their strength to him by doing so now. Perrin captures Peyton Fane at the conclusion of the Wheel of Time Episode 7 and worries that he won't be able to save Two Rivers. The larger man, Perrin, however, strikes a bargain with Peyton, releasing him in return for the lives of the Two Rivers residents. Peyton is asked by Perrin what they have done to make him hate them so much. Peyton informs them that in order to discipline Rand, the Dark One desires the destruction of Two Rivers. But when Peyton sees that Perrin will undoubtedly kill him, he accepts the deal and orders his men to leave right away, putting Two Rivers back in Perrin's control. Perrin is ultimately the leader Two Rivers has always required. Alana informs the Cawthon girls that the pattern has other plans for them and that she will not be taking them to the tower. You know, Aram gets to continue working as a blacksmith because he defied his people's customs. Calling himself the leader of Two Rivers, Perrin reads the book that Loyal left for him. With just one episode remaining in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time, I doubt the group will reunite. Given that he is the show's ultimate protagonist, Episode 8 will probably concentrate on Rand and Moraine's perspective. Fail will undoubtedly manage to save Perrin. I guess there will be another conflict on the Liandrin side.